Okay, stopping was not a good idea. We are way more drenched. Gonna get a new one. How's my Rocky? Yo, hey, think my house stink? Well, that's right, it stink. Everything hurts. See? Watch, very slippery. Oh, are you okay? Big moose track. Kaya, you excited to go camping? You excited to go backcountry camping? Kaya, are you gonna catch all the chipmunks and the mice and the fishies? That's what I thought. With COVID restrictions being lifted ever so slightly here in Ontario, it was finally time for another adventure in the backcountry with the family.
Hi Kaya, are you comfy?
I've been on this trail a couple times before, but I've never completed one of the loops. This was our first major trip as a married couple, and the memory will last a lifetime. The good and the bad. This was Dina's first long backcountry hiking trip, and we are completing the southern loop of the Western Uplands. I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube which really don't show the struggles you may have while on these trails, so this is a good video for the first timers on this trail. Kaya, you all ready to go? You got your big boy bag on there? Your big girl bag. Good girl. Dina got your big girl bag on there?
Yep, I'm ready.
You ready? You look ready.
Yes, I am.
I'm ready too. We going to, where are we going? Panther on the Western Uplands Southern Loop. See you soon. All right, here's the Western Uplands Trail. We're doing the Southern Loop, which is this right here. In the past, I stayed here for one night during the weekend, and I stayed there and there, and now I'm gonna do the whole loop with Dina and Kaya. So we're staying here for our first night, and then here for 2 nights, and then back. We got our first tracks here. Kaya's sitting right beside a big moose track. You see it? There's my foot for size. Big one. Walking down the beginning of the trail towards Guskawa. These are so nice. If you've never been on this trail before, you may be fooled in your first 20 minutes or so, as it is very flat land which makes for easy hiking. The land is very low compared to other parts of the trail, so you may find yourself swarmed with more bugs than usual. That comes along with the boggy nature of the environment. Depending on the time of season, you may be faced with some high water levels or be knee-deep in mud. It's always best to research and prepare ahead of time. Just going on the trail here, found some wolf poo or coyote poo. Nice. Kaya, is that your friend? Huh? You like it? So this is Dina's first backcountry camping trip. Now we did do a portage trip, but 1, it wasn't a big portage, and 2, we only did 1 night because of other stuff that we had to get to. But it was a lot of fun, and we're gonna return to that same spot.
I think portaging is a bit easier just because A, you carried the canoe, but B, you know, we don't have to carry the weight on our backs like we're doing now, which, like, my bag is pretty heavy. Daniel's is way heavier than mine.
Yeah.
That's probably the tough part. And obviously we're doing all the work. I mean, with a canoe, you have to row. Here, you gotta use your legs.
Yeah. And it's a beauty day. It's only about like 15 degrees, but we're sweating.
Yeah, I'm pretty hot right now.
One way I found when you're going up hills to kind of save your back is you stick your butt out. I know I look dumb. I don't know if you can see me, but if you do this, and you kind of get lower to the ground and you make smaller steps. I don't know why, but with me, it makes it a lot easier. Now you're working a different part of your muscle than you're used to during your hike, so that could be it.
And taking the load off your shoulders.
Yeah. Yeah, when you have a heavy pack, that's pretty good. Give your shoulders a bit of a break. So we just came to a swampy area. Well, it used to be swampy, and we got so many moose tracks everywhere. Big ones all over. Boom. Little toad. They're all over here. Boom. Deer tracks, moose tracks. Human tracks. Kaya tracks.
So this is the life straw. I've got both sides open and I'm just gonna stick it in and drink. Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's nice and cold, just like you said. Wow. That was my first time using this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Nice. So now we just have to leave it like this with both sides open so that it dries.
Is that good? Good.
Thirsty, Kaya?
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
You want some more? Get it from the nice spot. No, come over here.
Come here, Kaya. Come here.
You're here to the
Here's
better
a nice spot. Yes. Good girl.
Was that yummy?
Good girl.
Kai, do you want to try the life straw? So for our first little lunch snack thing we got going on, we got wraps here. Bunch of wraps. We got a barbecue sauce from Mary Brown's. And this was canned chicken. So we just took it out of the can and put it in this bag. It doesn't look that appetizing, but we had this before and it was very good. There's a little liquid with it too, but there we go. And a little bit of barbecue sauce on it. There we go. Middle of the forest chicken wrap. I'd buy that for $1. One for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There we go.
That's pretty good. Good energy boost.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
I think it will satisfy my hunger for sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so good. And that can of chicken was probably $1.25. Barbecue sauce was free. And the wraps, 10 for like $1.50 or $1. What do you think this is, like a 50-degree slope?
I would say 45. Yeah, 50.
Yeah. Guy did it like none.
Oh my god.
Need to put more weight on your back, Kaya. Come here. Carry Dina.
Carry me.
So we just went up that big hill there.
Woo, it's starting to rain.
Starting to rain a bit.
Yep.
We're having a little water break. Got a little snack. Hey, you stupid.
Kaya.
I gave you a treat. So this is Dina's bag here. It was off Amazon. It doesn't have the like the pads here, the padded arm spot, and it's not really padded there. It doesn't have much structure, and there isn't kind of like airflow or a structure to it, so it's kind of rough on her back. But it's very lightweight, which is nice. It's very good for like a day pack, but not so much for hiking up hills and whatnot.
Yeah, it fits a lot too. It's just not, you know, your solid backpacking bag. But we didn't have time to actually get something solid, so it's working for now.
Yeah. What's the company?
Madasi,
Madasi.
if I'm saying that right.
Hey, if I can find it, I'll put a link in the description. And that's mine. Mine's from Teton, as y'all know. Great bag. It was actually around $100. It's good for the price for sure. Then Kaya's bag.
Kaya, how do you like your bag?
Yeah, me too. Okay, this is level ground. You see Kaya going up that hill? That hill is
That's really steep.
very steep, yeah.
Gotta be at least 70 degrees.
Yeah.
Whew.
Tracks. So this would not be fun to do in wet weather or wintry weather. Okay, we made it to Guskawa. I think Guskawa. I think that's how it's called.
How it's
Pronounced. I think that's how it's pronounced. Just catch some sun. Quick little break ski. Get some air. And then we'll head back off. Ooh, look at that.
Some grass.
Look at that big dragonfly. See it? So we just passed Guskawa, maybe like 20 minutes ago. We're stopping for some dried mangoes. And there's also a couple of other dried berries in there. Stopping for a little bit of water. It's getting real hot. And we're gonna munch out, get some energy, and head on our way.
Good girl. Good girl.
You good girl. One thing I learned on my last trip to this trail was to take breaks often and drink plenty of water. We made it to the second loop marker. First loop down there. We just came up a hill in between like a valley. So going that way if you're doing a second loop, but we're doing the first one now. So we're going here. We found moose poop. Hooray! Okay, we just got to our campsite at Panther Lake. This is the second one, not the one closest to the main trail. Chose this one because the Portage Trail basically went through the first one. So this one's a bit better location. Water access isn't that great, but better than nothing. And the Thunderbox, whatever you call it, is down there, and it's brand new, never been used before, so we get to christen it. That's Dina's bucksaw that she got at the Great Outdoors show in Toronto?
Yeah, it's a Bear Essentials bucksaw. Really nice fella from Toronto.
Everyone is unique with a different number.
Yes, so my number?
237, right?
283. This is the 283rd saw.
That he made. Beautiful.
Nice. Perfect.
Yep. There you go. So she's gonna start the fire, and I'm gonna make the tent. She's gonna start all the cooking. And I'm gonna start all the sleeping.
All right, so here's our first meal. It's cheese and mushroom risotto. So I just poured this out into here, and there's about 400 mils of water in there as well. So just gotta mix it up now, and then cook it up on the fire. I think that should be good, and then if it needs any more water, we'll just add it. Risotto is all done. I'll probably just warm it on the fire again for about 5 seconds just before we're about to eat. And the beans I warmed up, but I'll probably warm them up again for a couple seconds. Everything smells so good, and I've already been tasting a little bit of the risotto and the beans, and it tastes so good. So I can't wait to eat. We are so hungry. Kaya, are you hungry? You had a snack, right? Mm-hmm. Movie bum. Okay.
So we're here at our beautiful site. Panther.
Okay.
And we got mushroom risotto with cheese. We got chili beans. And we got corned beef hash. So we're super tired. The tent's all set up. The sleeping bags are all set up. So we're just going to chill here for a bit, take it easy, and head to bed soon.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was one heck of a hike, by the way.
5 hours it took us to get here. We did stop about, I believe, 5 times.
Yeah.
You know, some longer than others. We stopped to drink some water. We stopped to have snacks. We stopped to rest. It was really, a really tough hike. We had a lot of uphills and downhills. I think the uphills were harder for me for sure. And yeah, so 5 hours. Oh my goodness, like this tastes like I've never eaten it before in my life. Like that's how it tastes.
And you guys are probably laughing because if anyone's ever done this trip, they're probably like, man, I made it to Panther in 2 hours.
I'm out of shape.
Not when you're out of shape. Got a dishwasher for hire. Good work, girl. Honestly, out of 10, I'd probably give this site a 5.
It's just because I think it's really great actually, and the fact that it's a brand new toilet.
Yeah, well that was good.
Water.
It's very small too. There's only really one place for the tent, which is right there. And there's a lot of roots there too. You could put one here, but I think it's too close to the fire pit.
Yeah.
Which I know you won't have the fire roaring all night, but still it's, if you have it up and you have a fire, ash and coal could flick onto it and burn. So I was out here half naked for like half an hour. Didn't get any mosquitoes on me. I've been all day. I haven't really had any issues. And Dina. Whoa, what's going on there?
I didn't even know until you saw it. It's really big.
Yeah.
And this doesn't normally happen to me. I don't normally swell up like this, so it's kind of interesting.
Oh, she's a trooper. And Kaya's a trooper too.
Oh my gosh, Kaya, you are so muddy.
You're not sleeping in the tent with us.
You are not sleeping with us tonight. You're gonna have to sleep out here.
Life. It was an early night for us on Panther Lake. The hike took more out of us than we had imagined. Dina having dealt with COVID in the weeks prior to coming out and me being stuck at home working, we really were straight off the couch in terms of our fitness level. Something we will definitely change for our next adventure. We planned on waking up around 5 a.m., having breakfast, and starting our hike well before 7 a.m. But when you wake up in such a peaceful environment surrounded by the beautiful sounds of the forest, you can't help but lay in bed and take it all in. The early morning sure is a thing of beauty. This is what the campsite looks like when you arrive to it. I like showing what the campsite looks like so the viewers can decide whether or not they want to visit it. It's always a gamble to visit the next site if you've never been to it before, so I hope this little clip can help you out. I would suggest the further campsite on Panther Lake. It's more set up for success and does not have a portage trail going through it like the first site does. You won't be fishing much here as the water access isn't the best, but I'm sure you will have more success if you're able to get out to the little island. Sometimes throwing a few casts can be therapeutic, especially in the morning, so it's worth a shot. All that's left for this morning is a cup of coffee with breakfast and the beginning of our next long hike. A lot of people are very picky about their coffee, especially when they're backpacking. Thankfully, I'm not. So it's about 7 a.m. I got the bear bag down. Dina's still sleeping. It was pretty chilly this morning. It was chilly last night too. I was really cold. But I just snuggled into my sleeping bag zipped it all up and curled up into a ball. And it wasn't too bad after that.
Morning.
Mama waking up and baby eating. Alrighty, we were just finishing up breakfast. Dina's doing some stretching. Her knee hurts, her ankles hurt, her back hurts, and her hip hurts. I'm going to be joining her in that in a little bit. But I got some classic maple brown sugar oatmeal here. Because Dina's not the biggest fan of oatmeal. Because we got these little packages that have crackers. This one is chicken. So there's chicken, veggies, and then there's like mayo and some other stuff in it. So it's a pretty good little quick breakfast. Don't have to cook it or anything.
Need to go to the washroom. It's this way. Beautiful view. Here it is. You can tell it's totally brand new, never used before. Here's the toilet paper, and it's just in a baggie in case it rains. Don't want it to get wet. But it's really nice, and it's got a great view too. You can see the sun peeking through right there. So Daniel is just collecting some water for us so that we have enough water on our hike to our next campsite.
You climbed up that hill all by yourself?
I'm exhausted. Oh,
Did you want to sit?
let's keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
You hear that, Kaya?
Shall we keep going, Kaya?
Yeah. So we're about 30 minutes into our hike. There hasn't been a lot of water access though. Well, there isn't any from, well, you can get water at Ramona, and then if you go off the beaten path and you go up to Panther, you can get some water, but again, the access isn't easy. So I'd suggest to fill up where we did the Life Straw video. And there wasn't very many streams that were drinkable from there. Maybe one other one. Other than that, you got to stop off at the lakes, which are off the trail a little bit. But if there is one coming up, we'll let you know.
Oh my gosh.
Got big moose tracks everywhere we go. They're following this trail along with us. We're tailing them. Most of those dark brown spots are all moose tracks. Not a lot of people on the trail today. Oh, I see a big lake to my left. Here's a campsite. Oh, this is EU Lake, not Nora Lake. So, there you go. EU Lake's down there. I'm actually gonna go down there and look at it. All right, this is EU Lake campsite. Came all the way off the main road just so I could show you guys. If you want to stay at EU Lake, here it is. This is nice. There's a tent pad there. The boom box is down there as well. Got another tent pad right here. Got a third one here, fourth one here potentially. Very nice. Got a pathway down there. Oh, nice. Wow. Okay, so we got a chair there, chairs here. Beautiful water access. Beautiful fire pit. Someone made a whole bunch of firewood. Here we go. Yeah. This is perfect. Yeah. You catch that? Big lake. I didn't think this lake was this big. On the map, it didn't look this big. Wow. So it's all sand and stone bottom, which is nice. It's nice on your feet. When you come out of the water, you don't get covered in stuff. There's a lure right there. Wonder if I can get it. But nice. Very beautiful scenery. And you can sit right up there and look out Wow. And they built this little box here thing for it too. Absolutely beautiful. This is a great campsite. On the pathway to EU Lake, there's quite a bit of wolf poo. So be wary of that. As this episode comes to a close, our next adventure begins. We are always grateful for feedback on the content we put out, and if you want, click the like button as it helps us tremendously. Thanks for watching. Everything hurts. It's pre-made stuff. Well, we're finally here. Oh, we got an injured pup. Now that is a bun.